What's going on, shipmates? We are back at it. We are here in Echo Global, another week. There is an update this week, so we got a little bit to talk about. So a few new events, some returning URs to check out and to chase after if you haven't gotten them yet. And other than that, that's gonna be it. Hopefully, I mean, like I said, I've said it in these last few videos that I've been doing lately, just kind of like all around in general, the what you call it, the gaming world, gacha gaming mainly, has just been kind of slow, nothing too much craziness going on. So we're just here trying to figure out new updates. Like I said, nothing like crazy is being update or event wise. So we're just here covering what's here updated. Hopefully something big comes up as the month goes on. But other than that, let's dive into it. So first things first, we have Archaeology Star. That's going to be the Glowy Star progress this week. 30. This is an increase. I'd like to note this is an increase in rewards. We get 30 summons this time. My fault. Not regular summons. Neolith. Neolith summons. So though there is a UR Neolith featured this week in the banner, so this is why they have it. So if you're like me, if you've been saving up, or if your pity's a little bit higher because you didn't get it last time or whatever, Neolith was featured, this is the time to jump into it. Do some summons, do regular summons, definitely spend your stamina, because that gives you some as well. As you can see here, consuming 100 stamina gets you 5 points. So 30s is a lot. 30 summons is a lot, so that's good. So definitely chase after that if you can. Routine duty is done. If you have some stuff left over in the currency wise to buy stuff in the shop, it is open one more day. As you can see here, I have not done that at all. So these are cool. I like these. Definitely get these. Bam. What am I left with? 4,000. We'll just use it on this. Bam. I like these. I like that. I like that. All right. So yeah, so you get the gist. Spend on it what you can. Use it all up. 684. What does that be? 68,000. Not too much. All right. Anyway, so that's done, up and over. Next is Neolith Legend. I believe this just popped up. So 4 days left. You have pretty much the rest of this week. Today's Monday, so you got till Friday to keep chasing it. So we have Neolith Legend, Cup of Jamshid. I'm saying it wrong. That's all right. Anyway, let's take a quick look. The attributes are going to be the base UR stats, the 17.5, 461, armor and resistance, and attack 921. Skill 1, the Relevance of the God of Light emerges in the chalice, healing Neolith damage taken by all allies equal to 166% attack, and placing the one ally with the lowest HP into Mirage for 2 rounds. Very interesting. What? Oh, here we go, right here. While in Mirage, HP and shield cannot be changed. All damage taken is stored, and any excess healing is converted into shield. Wow. When Mirage ends, all stored healing and damage are resolved together. The damage taken during Mirage exceeds 100% of max HP. Mirage ends immediately. Upon resolution, 50% of the stored damage is evenly distributed among all enemies. That is interesting. Definitely Cup of Chalice, or definitely like, I get it. That's cool. I like it. Decent. All right, second skill, Relic of Light. When the overall HP of all allies falls below 70%, increases all allies' defense by 50% for 2 rounds and restores 50% of their max HP. Nice little bump. So if you need Neolith Legend is here. Chase after it. I mentioned before, the luck value does carry from each Neolith Legend banner. It's different than the actual Neolith banner that's in the regular summons. This is the event featured banner. So these do carry over, as you can see here, my 84. You need 150 in both spots to get the featured. So next is The End Worlds Apart. Here for 12 days. This is the new UR unit. She is part of Empire. So if you're looking for the Empire, this is the chance to get it, to increase your links, to increase your faction affinity. So same basic event. You have your daily reward, not daily rewards, I'm sorry. Daily missions, achievements, and standards, all that good stuff there to achieve and get rewards. The shop is the same as usual. Oh, look at that. We just unlocked. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but when you get 2,000 of whatever currency is part of the event, like this is comic books, when you get 2,000, it unlocks the S Elementum purchase. So as you can see, when you first get into it and you don't have any, it'll say locked, and it'll tell you need 2,000 in order to unlock it and acquire it. So that's there. Of course, shop has been the same. For the boss challenge, we have, oh man, Prinny, that's right. Prinny is the boss mode here. As you can see here, those are the skills she's using. Higher damage done, more rewards given. So, main story is expedition type. So the first chapter is unlocked now. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the second chapter will unlock, and then 2 days from that, the third and final chapter will unlock. So you have 2 ways to get in. You can do it as soon as they open and get the rewards, or you can wait till Thursday when everything is open and run through all 3 chapters. So that's the event, and we're gonna just keep moving because this is running smooth. So patrol wise, nothing really new. Those are the big events going on, and as we go into the draw, we'll start with the basic treasure hunt. The basic 3 in there. Snow White and Sleeping Beauty is still here. Card summon has been the same. Elemano, nothing featured this week, just the basics. Arms modulation is obviously going to be paired with the units that are featured this week. Infinite is the UR vibration arm that is part of the new UR unit. So we'll take a look at this first quick. Basic attributes, those are going to be the same for all. 2 skills here. Endless cycle. When loop space collapses, increases the damage reduction for self and nearby allies by 15%, lasting 2 rounds. Also increases the rage of self and nearby allies by 1. Triggers up to once per round. That's not bad. It's a little buff. You get some little buffs here. Second one, Worlds Apart here. Dislikes being Morai. Dislikes being approached. When taking damage from active attack, she and nearby allies gain a shield equal to 15% of max HP. This effect triggers 1 time per round. Oh wow, 1 time per round. That's quite often. Yeah, that's pretty good. Not bad. Not a good little. So I'm guessing that kind of gives you a preview of who we're gonna be looking at and reviewing and what kind of stats and skills she has. So UR Arc is here in the regular featured banner. Last time Arc was here was in the Neolith Legend banner, which is different what I just showed you where the chalice is at right now. So same thing, like I said, 150 summons to get it. Let's take a quick look, and if I remember correctly, this is more, I want to say, HP driven health. Let's just take a look. All right, so attributes there, as you can see. All right, first skill, Divine Covenant. Arc of Covenant displays the covenant between God and humanity. The annealing damage equal to 166% attack to all enemies, AoE, and designating the ally with the highest attack as arbiter for 2 rounds. What is arbiter? So I'm definitely saying that wrong. When performing active attacks, deals an additional 140% damage that penetrates shields to enemies with atoners. has a 25% chance to ignore conceal and group dodge effects. That's not bad. So you get one person. Is it the highest attack? Does it say? Did I read that right? The highest attack. So your hardest hitting unit case is going to be Arbiter, and is going to be doing 140% additional damage, and is penetrating his shield, getting past all that, ignoring conceal and dodge effects. That's pretty good. Second skill, Testament of Atonement of the Guilty. At the start of even rounds, the one enemy with the highest attack becomes an atoner for 2 rounds, which is damage reduction decreases by 15%. So in other words, damage that gets done to them is increased by 15%. It's a little opposite because it's the enemy, not you. All right, cool. So that's going to be the Neolith. So that's not too bad. I give it a 7 out of 10. I do like the Arbiter effect. That's a good little boost buff given to your highest attack. So Lindell is still here. She's here for a day and a half, and then she'll be switching out. Lucine is back as well. She's here for the rest of the week. I will put her review in the description. She was a Bifrost support unit. Now, Morai, Group Shelter, UR Empire, Tank, and Group Shelter is her traits. As you can see here, HP 11,637, Attack 612, which is not bad. Armor and Resistance 312. Let's take a look at the skills. Alright, skill 1. Remotely commands a drone to deal physical damage equal to 81% attack to front row enemies. So all 3 front rows. So semi-AoE. She gains a shield equal to 50% max HP. Additionally, she recovers 25 potential. Alright, so little low on the actual attack side, but it is AoE, so you're doing area damage. Nothing wrong with shields, 15% of max HP. Secondary. Commands a swarm of drones to attack the enemy. Dealing physical damage equal to 186%. Attack to the front row enemies. Again, the front 3. The top 1 enemy with the highest attack enters renewal space for 2 rounds. Also recovers 50 potential. What is this renewal space that they enter? The surrounding space is controlled by the caster, which is Morai, reducing the effect of enemies' damage dealt by 20%, with the reduced damage redirected to themselves. 20% of healing and shield they receive is transferred to Morai. This effect can trigger up to three times per round. The total amount of redirected damage, healing, and shield cannot exceed 300% of Morai's attack. Wow. So it's a reflection spell, I guess you could say. That's interesting. 20% of the damage is redirected straight at themselves, and 20% of healing and shield that the enemy would receive is sent and transferred to Morai. That is interesting. Not bad. I like that. That's a good. I guess that's what it means by group shelter. Third skill. Moving on. Morai unleashes her limits to launch an endless pursuit, dealing physical damage equal to 173% attack to all enemies, and granting all allies a shield equal to 20% max HP. Interesting. So this is her ultimate here. Massive AoE damage. 173% of attack to everybody, so it's true AoE. And 20% max HP to all allies. Everybody gets a shield. Everybody gets a shield. And now her last skill. Freely manipulates the space around her. Each time she takes damage from an active attack, she enters loop space, redirecting 50% of the damage taken by allies to herself. All right, so that's why she's a tank. So she's taking majority of the damage that's getting done to the team, with the redirected damage reduced by 30%. So half of what is getting done to the rest of your team is getting transferred to Morai. She's taking the hit, but on top of that 50%, 30% of that, so she's really only getting hit 20%. 30% is gone. Nobody's getting hit by that 30%. While holding the shield If she takes a single hit exceeding 10% of her max HP, 10% of the damage is spread evenly among all enemies. So it gets redirected once again. Loop space, what is it? While in loop space, Morai gains 10% defense and damage reduction. At 3 stacks, all loops are removed. Oh wait, add 3 stacks, all loops are removed, and she gains a shield equal to 50% of her max HP and heals 15% of her max HP. So, Morai is going to be in a shield your whole match, the whole time. She is constantly getting shields added to her. She is getting transferred healing to her as well from the enemy. She's redirecting hits the enemy is doing back to themselves. She's directing hits from the enemy to herself that's going against the rest of your team and then reducing some of that at the same time. So, group shelter is correct. She definitely is something to look into. If you need a tank and you're generally looking for a good, well-around tank, this is a good tank. She is a good tank. She helps you stay healed up, giving shields out. Her ultimate gives shields to everybody. So even if you don't have any other unit giving you shields, she will do it. She will handle it all. So, not bad. She's definitely... I would have to take in consideration who would be better, her or Christy. Because as you guys mentioned, I did review Christy. She came out about a month or two ago. And I did say that Christy was the best tank in the game. Does Morai top her? That is a great question. I'll take that into consideration and look it up for later time. So, that's about it, shipmates. Nothing too much going on. Like I said, we got a few new events, one new UR case. Hopefully there's more coming next week, or maybe somebody cool and featured for the weekend. As you know, Fridays Echo does switch out some of the featured banners. So that's all I got for you today. We got some more stuff coming up. I got some new games that I will review, that I will put out this week. So I'll have some extra time that I see coming up in the next couple of days. So do look forward to that. If you guys happen to take part in the Battlefield 6 open beta, it was fun. I was able to get into it yesterday with my group of friends that I go inside. That I go into games with multiplayer when I'm playing COD and all that other good stuff. So, great game. I liked it. It's definitely different than Call of Duty. Definitely a different vibe. Me, myself, I am a combat veteran, so it was actually pretty legit as far as gaming goes. I mean, it wasn't like I was back in it, running and gunning again, but the feel was good. I did like it. The breakable stuff has always been awesome effect. I did like the different classes. I did like being a combat medic, which was what I actually was in the Navy. So that was cool. Doing that fun stuff again. But other than that, great game. This little sidetrack side note. But other than that, more gacha games, more phone games coming at you this week. Look out for them. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, engage. I'll see you guys next video. Fair winds and following seas.